and welcome to the pod. I'm your host, Grace, and with us we have Grace, who's going to teach us all about how to become a freelance photographer. Thank you for coming on and chatting with me.
Thanks for having me.
I'm actually buzzed. It's like one of them memes, it's like finding out what your best friend actually really does.
You will be.
And everyone else gets to learn as well. So tell us, what is a freelance photographer?
So a freelance photographer, for me, it's just someone who essentially gets paid by people, business, company, or, to essentially take photos.
Perfect.
As simple as that.
Simple as that. So let's go back all the way to when we were wee kids.
We went to school.
And we went to school. I've known Grace since year 4, I think.
Yeah.
So a long time ago.
You turned up in a rainbow tutu, and I was like, "Who the hell is this girl?"
That was me. Anyway, back to you. So, what did you want to be when you were growing up? What did you want to be when you grew up?
So when I was growing up, I wanted to be a couple of things. I didn't even know photography was a viable option. To be honest, I didn't even know it probably was a thing. I wanted to be a lot of things, I think. The main one that I remember is a teacher, and I don't know why. I think it's just because when you're younger, you just see a teacher, and then I was like, right, that's what I want to be.
Yeah.
And I just played teaching with my toys and stuff. So
cute.
And then I also wanted to be I've always been a bit of an attention seeker. So I always used to tell people I was in diversity, the dance group.
I didn't even know you danced.
No, well, I used to record it on my laptop and post it on YouTube and stuff. Luckily, it's all archived now. But so singer, actor, I just went through all the stages of
all the motions.
Yeah, all the motions.
I feel like they're the classics, aren't they? When you're younger, it's so lovely. You feel like you can be anything. And
literally.
You're like, all right, yeah, I'll be an actress and I'll do it.
But you actually don't really know that many jobs I didn't. I feel like my mind was just very small.
And that's why students should listen to this podcast.
Period.
So when you maybe got a little bit older, what did you seriously start thinking about, maybe secondary school or when you were studying?
Oh, good question. During secondary school, I really felt like I didn't know what I was going to do. Photography, I think we were the first year where photography was offered as a GCSE. And I really liked art, so I was like, let me take this, because then it means I don't have to do geography or something. And I would say I didn't really know what I was doing. And it was only until maybe my last year of uni where I was like, okay, I think I want to do this. But still didn't see it as a full-time job.
More like a hobby.
More like a hobby that sometimes I would get paid. Mm-hmm. So I always thought, I'm going to have to be in some corporate role.
You in corporate, I just can't even imagine.
It's not good for me. Not good.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? You think this when you're at uni and stuff. You're like, oh, everyone works in corporate and everyone does these jobs, and you think everyone's meant to do it, and then you don't realise until you actually get in one that you're like, oh my word, this is not right for me.
Literally.
Yeah. Was that a first roll out of uni for you?
I'm trying to think. So I've always been a temp girly. I'll always temp. I never really, the most I've been in a job is a year and a half, because I just get either unwell or itchy feet, and I'm like, no, this is not my passion, and I'll leave. So actually my first role, my permanent role, well, it was temp to permanent, was actually a junior photographer. So that was amazing to get that role. But yeah, I've done corporate and stuff, and it's just not
for you.
Not for me.
Is that because it's too much routine and somebody else is kind of not order? That's not what I mean. But do you know what I mean? Somebody else has laid out the routine for you.
Yeah, it's difficult because if you don't know, viewers, I was diagnosed with autism last year, so I thrive in routine, but stress, my body says no. And I think I was in a very highly stressful role. That my last corporate role was way too stressful for me. But I think I like being told what to do. Sometimes. Depends who it's by.
Yeah.
If it's family or my girlfriend, I'm like, don't tell me what to do, because I'm a Taurus. It's so stubborn. But if it's if I'm at work, I'm there to work, so I'll work. I'll just do what they want me to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I one thing about freelancers, I do actually have to create a routine for myself and stick to it. Otherwise, I'll fall back. But I did quite like the routine in corporate.
When you got hired as a junior photographer, what does that mean? Like, are you like assisting another photographer?
So it was for a teleshopping channel, and so I think it will depend on where you're at. So it probably isn't the same for every company. But my role was mainly was actually more on the computer, doing more admin side. So there was a mid-weight photographer, and I can't remember his role. It was like the head photographer. They would do like the funner stuff, like taking actual photos and all that stuff, and then I would just be there like coding them, sending them off. Sometimes I'd be able to shoot, but yeah, you're just like at the lowest level.
Yeah, got you. Would you recommend that you should do a role like that as like a bit of experience?
I think it depends how you learn. I think it could be really good, but for me, I didn't take stuff in. I think because it wasn't what I was passionate. We wasn't taking photos of things that I was passionate about. It was like hoovers, and like slime and puzzles.
Slime.
Yeah. So I was like, I didn't take it in as well as I could, which I found I did at uni as well. It was only until the last year, like the third year, where I was like, oh, I really could have used the equipment to like my advantage. But is what it is.
Such is life.
It is what it is.
So when you're doing all these roles and you're like in and out of your temp roles, what's the leap to go freelance?
So I think for everyone it's completely different. My leap was, I was toying with the idea. I'd had like a really good couple of months where I was getting like flown out to Ibiza, and then I think I've flown out to Madeira to take photos, and I was like, why? And then it's like you're on this massive high, and then the next week I'd be at my desk getting people screaming at me through the phone, and I was just like, no. So we went on holiday, and my tummy aches stopped, and I was like, okay, I need to get out.
Yeah.
And I told my parents, and my dad was like, just do what you got to do. And then my mum was like, you need to have a backup job. But like I feel like I'm quite good at knowing what I need to do when it's right in my body. And so I just went back and I was like, I'm leaving.
Good for you.
Yeah.
There's nothing more important, and I think like, isn't it crazy how much stress can affect your body?
Honestly, like it's crazy. Like I need to be in a low stress environment for the rest of my life.
Yeah. You're like Mimi, who was on the pod, if people don't know my sister, but that's exactly what she's like as well. Yeah. Isn't that funny, like how your brains work?
We're just sensitive.
Yeah, and you've got to find what works for you.
Definitely.
Because that's the other thing with like schools and unis and stuff, they make everyone feel like you should be the same, and I think you feel like it's wrong if you don't fit into that, and that's not
1,000%. I think it's got to change.
Something's got to change.
For sure. So
when you took the leap, you quit. What do you have to do to make it freelance? What's your day to day?
I would advise, if you can, obviously it's a privilege to be able to do this, but because I was working full time, I was able to save a bit of money. The money that I was making doing the freelance stuff, I was able to like
bank it.
So I left knowing I've got 2 months rent up front if I need. Hopefully I won't, but it's there. And then the job market now is crazy, but I was always like, well, I'll be able to find a job in a month, like another temp role if I need. So I would say if you can, definitely have some backup money. What was the question?
Your day to day as a freelance, but no, this is good because I think that discipline with money is huge, right?
It's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, because
sometimes I'm like, I actually can't afford to do that. Sorry.
Yeah. If you don't have, if you're not somebody who lives that way, freelance may not be for you, right?
100%. You've got to be really, not tight, but you've got to be aware. But going back to your original question, like being a freelancer is so much admin. It is really, you've got to really put yourself out there, like massively. whether on social media, emails, going to events, networking, just showing your face. People have loads of different ways that they do it, but you've really got to be ready to work.
And like send the emails out.
Work.
You got to work.
Yeah, you really got to work. Yeah, I send so many emails out and I don't hear from most of them. But then sometimes a couple months later, they'll email me.
Yeah.
I actually just had one that I emailed like last October, and then he just emailed me like just responding like, hey.
Yeah, it's funny, you don't know what people are doing like in their
literally.
day-to-day.
I'm like, are you at that point in your emails now, like a year later, where I'm at the top?
So I can finally go back to her.
Yeah.
And it's cool as well, I guess, because you never know what you're getting next, which is fun. What's some of the coolest stuff you've done?
Definitely being flown out to Ibiza and Madeira. That was crazy. And like just being treated like royalty. It was so weird. Like everything was paid for. And I was like, what? What else? Getting a sponsorship for my Q&A series was something I wasn't ever expecting, which is amazing.
And that idea just came from you, right? You just decided to start it one day.
Yeah, I was brainstorming with a friend called Imi. Shout out Imi. We were just kind of thinking like, I wanted to make consistent content. She makes amazing content. Her platform's just gone crazy. So she was a great person to speak to. I wanted to make content. I wanted to make something. I wanted to make something accessible. And I also wanted, selfishly, my questions answered as well as everyone else's. Like there was, just done it again. I wanted to answer questions that my younger self was like gagging to know.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been fantastic.
And you're sharing that with everybody else. Thank God.
And it's been received fantastically, lovely. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, everyone loves it. It's amazing. And I think even like for me as not a photographer, I just enjoy learning about it. I'm like, even little things they say, you know, like people talk about having contracts or things like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're right. There's a lot more admin.
There's so much, like people just think, oh, just go and take a couple of pickies.
Yeah.
But there's actually so much you need to know: pricing, contracts, everything, like insurance, pensions.
It's mental.
You don't get taught that. From what I can remember, I don't think I was taught that at uni.
Oh my gosh, no.
Maybe I was. I wasn't at the lecture, but
there's no way. Well, I guess you mean in your photography course, but yeah, like that's so important. It's about survival, isn't it? How do you know how much did you know how much to charge people?
Good question. I didn't really. So my first job I ever got, well, I had like loads of smaller jobs for like family and friends, which I charged literally like 150 quid. And then I got a job with like when I was 19, I think, or 20. This is like what people are making.
Because they offered you that.
Yeah, I didn't even have to fight for it or ask for it. And usually when people come to you with a number, you should really go up a bit because they're kind of giving you
the lowest.
And then you kind of be like, and I obviously didn't fight it because I was like, and yeah, so that made me question. And I did reach out to a couple of photographers. I don't think anyone helped me, to be honest. I can't remember, but you just kind of figure it out
as you go.
Yeah, but I do know that there's a massive issue within pricing within the industry. I know that men charge a lot more. They get a lot more. And I do know that a lot of women are undercharging, whether it's confidence issues or I don't know what it is, but I'm in a lot of WhatsApp groups and people, which is fantastic now, people are talking about prices. They've got to be kind of careful, but they're talking about it, and then a lot of people are saying like, oh, thank God I checked because I would have charged this, and it's like ridiculously low.
Really?
Yeah, so, but as a community, like we've all got to kind of raise the bar and charge similar amounts. Obviously, people with way more experience will be charging way more, but like a lot of the people in the group chat were all kind of at a similar level.
Yeah.
So we all should be charging similar rates, because if someone charges, say, like £350 for 8 hours work, that company is now going to say, well, I paid that, so someone else will do it.
Yeah.
But then also a lot of people want to do free work, or will just take whatever because times are tough now. So yeah, it's very complex, but I do think it's something that needs to be talked about.
100%.
But I am struggling to find someone to talk about it.
It's weird, isn't it? Because I feel like even on the pod, I wouldn't, but you kind of do want to ask about salaries and stuff, because how are you supposed to know what you're supposed to be being paid if no one can talk about it? Like in corporate, a lot of people have that you can't talk to each other about it. And then I'm like, is that because someone's getting
tremendously
underpaid?
I actually always did.
You always talked about it?
Yeah. Every job I'm like, what are you on? Because I don't want to be on less.
Yeah, 100%. And it's like, if you're paying your staff correctly, you should be proud and let them talk about it. Yeah, 100%. I think not letting them. And I think as a country, as we are, we hate to talk about it. And I'm like, nobody's going to, like, I remember when I left my first job, someone said to me, like, make sure you negotiate your next salary. And I was like, what? I was like, I didn't know you did that.
I was just what you get. You get offered and you take it.
And you're just grateful to have a job. And obviously you are grateful, but it's also like knowing your worth and what you're going to put into it and what's everyone else being paid. What is like the man that's in an equivalent role being paid. But no one talks about it, so you don't know. And then you think you're cheeky for asking. So I really do think education on that is so important. Definitely. And talking about it.
Even with friends, I'm like,
yeah,
what are you on?
Always. What are you on?
What are you on? I love it.
Yeah, that's it. And being proud of it.
Tell me how much you're getting. I love it.
100%.
Like, good for you.
Yeah, like be proud. And also then if someone's like, I don't think that sounds right, I'd rather know. Do you know what I mean? Or like,
that's so true. Didn't think about that.
Like it's just, we've got to help each other. I think that's the thing as well, as taking, and I know that's hard, it's easy to say, but taking the competition out of it, being like, it doesn't matter whether you're on more or less, like it's just a free conversation and supporting each other. We should start that series, shouldn't we? Just going around asking people.
How much do you get paid?
Yeah.
People actually do. I think that is
serious. I don't know. Bloody hell. But no, I totally support that. And I think it's nice to hear that communities, I know you're not saying you talk about it a lot, but you have communities to be in as freelancers, because it can be a lonely job, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. It is lonely. But hopefully with the series, it sparks conversation.
Definitely. And you do that freelance, but you also have the Early Bird agency. So as a founder of that agency, what made you set that up?
So last year I was asked to do a lot of events, but I had nowhere that I was putting the images. So people were like, do you have a portfolio? And I was like, no. Because I didn't want it to mix with my fashion and that kind of work. So I was like, let me make another Instagram page. And then I was like, let me just make it into an agency. And then with hopes in the future that if I'm busy and I can't do a job, I can pass it on to someone and they can shoot it underneath the agency. But the main reason I made that is literally because I didn't want the two different works together, because
they're not the same thing.
They're not the same thing. They don't belong. If
someone looks at Grace Bristow, you don't want them to think that you're only an events thing. Yeah. If they have like a fashion job for you. Definitely. It's funny because when you told us, I was like, why do you need to do this? And now you've done it. It makes so much sense.
Yeah. And people are like, that's so clever.
Yeah,
and
it's so clever.
But it was just natural. It just came to me.
It's who I am. And it is, you're right. Because also like, it's corporate events, it's different. It's different style of photography, surely.
100%. It's like high flash.
Yeah.
Like food.
Yeah.
People just mingling. Whereas the fashion is more considered and even shot completely differently.
Yeah.
So they definitely did need a different space for each other. But yeah.
What's like made you find your style? Like how did you, because it's very specific and it's stunning.
See, it's funny like when people say it is specific, because to me it doesn't feel specific, but I think maybe that's because I look at it too much.
Yeah.
And because I maybe see a lot more photographers than like your average Joe. Not like your average.
I'll take
but like
it
someone
average.
not in the photography world.
Yeah.
But in terms of finding style, like it's changed, and I'm sure it will change. I used to mainly do a lot of collages in terms of not like the collages you would think, but I would kind of play around with different mediums. And then now it's kind of I shoot a lot of film. I definitely think it will change. Like this year I've changed my the way I edit, to be a bit more considered with that.
That's quite fun that you can do that and play around with it and see what suits you best.
Yeah, you definitely can play around.
Play around.
Sometimes it's like, ugh.
Don't do that.
No, don't do that. But like, it's good that if you see someone's work that you really like, you can almost take aspects of that. Obviously, don't copy.
We don't condone that.
But you can take aspects of other people's work that you really like and just mix it up.
Yeah.
Make that potion. And
make that potion.
Voila.
That's going to be your tagline of the pod, make that potion.
God, what was the last one? Like, awful.
What's the, because obviously you've come so far, and how long have you been freelance?
So I've been paying tax for 4 years.
Which is amazing.
But fully freelance a year. But I do want to just say that I have picked up a part-time job because I think that is important to say. I think over winter, from last winter, it was super quiet. And I think I don't want to be just sat at home in the cold, not earning money.
Yeah.
So I've picked up some part-time work to build savings back up so then I can...
Sorry, say
Producer Stu's just coughing over there.
And he's been told off.
I just think it's so important because also if I want to do, test shoots, my own personal work, you do have to pay money for that. But you don't have to. But to level up, you would probably
What is that? What's a test shoot?
So test shoots are kind of like, well, there's different kinds. So you can have a test shoot with a model. So usually that's just like either a new face, so someone who's just starting out in the industry who needs photos for their portfolio. You can kind of do a test shoot that way. Or you can do a test shoot in terms of like a personal project. So if I wanted to take photos of football shirts on people, that's just an example, I would hire out a studio or shoot on location. It's literally just a test.
Right.
But
and people, you all come together,
money.
so it's like a makeup artist, a stylist.
And sometimes they'll do it for free, it's like an exchange, like mutually beneficial. But then sometimes you want to pay people, like if you can pay people, like it's amazing, you should pay people.
Yeah.
Even if it's not a lot, like anything's better than nothing. But if it's like mutually agreed, then it's great.
And everyone can use that work, I guess.
Yeah,
to
definitely.
showcase.
Yeah, that's the kind of point. Time for photos.
Yeah.
T4P.
So, yeah, you've been properly freelance for a year and you've picked up a part-time job, and I think that is important to say. But what is the big goal? Do you make goals for yourself to work towards?
Sometimes. So I this year I did a bingo card thing. And I just I don't do like crazy goals. I do like attainable goals.
Yeah.
And then some of them I look back and I'm like, why the hell did I make that goal? Because I haven't done any of it. But some of them are like reach 5K on TikTok and Instagram, which I've done. Thank God.
It's amazing.
And some of them are like...
You don't have to tell us.
No, some of them are like... As soon as I say that, my mind just goes blank. I'm trying to look at it in my head.
I was trying to, because you sent it to me.
Yeah.
And I can
one of
see
them was like save for Ibiza, which was fine.
Yeah. And you came to that and had a great time.
One of them was like learn to paddleboard, but I'm not doing that now because it's cold.
Yeah.
Just like things that I can do, or like go to the sauna.
Yeah.
Just easy ticks.
Yeah.
But I'm not someone who looks in the future. I don't know if that's an autistic thing, but I just see...
I think it's good.
I see what it is.
Yeah.
For what it is. Like today, maybe I'll think about tomorrow.
But
I don't do 5 years, 10 years.
Mm-hmm. You're just like looking for the next job, get that job, enjoy it.
Live in the moment.
Live in the moment. It's lovely. I love that. Not overthinking what could be.
Yeah, I probably should maybe look a little bit further. Maybe Rosie, my girlfriend's always like, because she's a dreamer.
Is she?
Yeah, she'll dream about 10 years, 20 years. But in my mind, I think it's because I'm logical.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm very black and white. I just see it for what it is.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's
reality.
It's so nice to portray like how different people plan their careers and don't plan by the sounds of it, because it's nice to it all works out, because you like you said, you've done amazing stuff, and you will have so much amazing stuff to come. You just go day by day.
Fingers crossed.
Toesies. Is there anything else you'd love to share, or this is your moment for the future generation of photographers?
Be you. Beautiful. No, what do I want to say?
You don't have to say anything.
I think what I want to say is the 3 pieces. Should I do that, or should we save it?
No, we'll save it.
Okay, we'll save that. So, sorry.
Yeah, tune in. Well, thank you so much. I loved that. It's absolute pleasure.
That flowed.
It flowed so well.
Dab.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening.
Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure that you like and subscribe so we can continue to make these and keep teaching people how to become A. Thank you.